Hey friends! John here and welcome to The Martial Actor. Today I'm going to be reacting to Atomic Blonde. Now I haven't actually seen this yet, so that'll be nice, but I have heard that the director was originally a fight choreographer, which should be pretty exciting. Let's dive right in! Okay, so it looks like this is the hallway scene, which I did see trailers for when this movie was out. So it looks pretty cool. You can see her character got really close to that guy with the handgun. So most people don't know this, but handguns lose their effectiveness when you get to a certain range, say like 30-ish yards. But also, if you can get within like 10 feet, there are a lot of options that you can have as a martial artist. So what she did right there was great. She closed the gap, got in really close, and then started wailing on him. So that's great. Oh, nice punch. That was a great punch. Okay. Nice. Okay, so you see that, I'm going to rewind it a little bit. So you see she kicks that guy's knee out. Yeah, so strike, kick the knee, and then she knees that guy in his gut. That's a very safe knee. You can see that her thigh is actually making contact with the stuntman's stomach. That's a safe knee. That stunt coordinator is keeping his people safe, which is good. Nice throw. That was a great throw. Oh, that looked really hard. Okay, so assailant number 2 came up and hit something at Charlize Theron's face. When you're filming fight scenes for camera, you always want to make sure your action crosses camera. That makes it look the most dynamic. So whatever that guy picked up and used to smack her across the face, it crossed the camera lens. That's why it looked so good. That's good choreo and good framing. Nice. Nice. So I think that this is a pretty believable fight so far. A lot of times when I see women fight on film, sometimes you see really small girls fighting really large guys and they're doing stuff that wouldn't work in the real world. Charlize Theron has a similar build to these guys. Like, she's a giant of a woman. She's really tall and she's holding her own in this fight, which is great. I love to see that. Nice front kick. Okay, she just front kicked some guy right down some stairs, which looked great. I have a video about how to do front kicks. If you want to learn, I will include a link in the description. And that was a great stair fall. Also good stair fall from Charlize Theron. Oh, twice! Okay, so it looks like we haven't cut yet, and we're about a minute in, which is pretty impressive. It's hard to do a fight scene without cutting. It looked like she just did a stair fall down one flight of stairs and then another flight of stairs. And it didn't look like they cut between any of them. They could have snuck in a stunt double and then spliced it. But at least that second one, she did by herself, which is pretty impressive. Most actors don't do their own stair falls. Albeit that wasn't a huge flight of stairs, but even so, it's good. Good for her. Okay, and I also want to say I really appreciate how they are letting this fight breathe. Again, it's only a minute in, but you can see that she's panting and wheezing as well as the other guy that she's beating up on, which is much more realistic. Most Hollywood films you see when it comes to action, it's just move after move after move after move, and there's no time for breaks. And if there is, everyone is like at the top of their game 100% of the time, which is so unrealistic. If any of you watch MMA, you'll see that the MMA fighters get really tired quite quickly. So they're really taking time in this clip, and I would assume throughout the whole movie, to really breathe throughout the fights, which is much more realistic. And I think it does a good job of building tension, so I really appreciate that. Nice, another front kick. Nice kick. He's throwing against the wall. Yep. Nice. Nice. That was a great kick. Oh, stuntman number 2 is back. Nice knife. So, see how they framed the knife? So even though it was behind the stunt guy's back, They really framed it so that it was very clear to the audience what was going on. That's a very good way to escalate the tension and escalate the stakes in this fight. So that's good narrative work right there. Yep, control the knife. Nice, get it out. Oh, and she's just stabbing this dude. Okay then. She really should have aimed for like 2 inches to the left, because that would have been his heart, but instead she just got all these non-vital organs, which would just hurt a lot, which is also good. Okay. Also, I love to see the blood on her face. A lot of times in fights, more so in Hollywood than other films, but in Hollywood people will take these crazy hits and then they've got like a little tiny trickle of blood, which is again not realistic. So they're really going for like gritty realism here, which is great. Yeah, see, that guy is like torn up. He should be. Oh, that was a good stair fall. So he just did a straight-legged fall back onto the stairs and then rolled. There is no way he did that without a back pad. That would have hurt like hell without a back pad. But it was a really good roll and very well executed, so good on him. Oh, he just pulled the knife out. Oh. And she is just going to town on him. Oh, and that was a great roll. She technically would have broken his arm right there. She used the leverage of that throw to crack his elbow. So that guy's arm is broken. There's no way he's getting up after this. Yeah, that was a good throw. And again, we're like 2 minutes in without cuts. So this is crazy complicated. It is very hard to do a fight scene without cutting. Nice, she's looting the room, which is good. Getting stocked up on ammo. Nice. And gotta check the bodies for any goods. Yeah, they're out. They're out of commission. You did your job. And some random dude is letting her know there are 2 more people. Great. Okay. Oh, crush. Oh, throw. Oh, that is brutal. Okay, nice. Oh, that was really tricky. Yeah, okay, this is amazing. They haven't cut yet. Now that I'm paying attention to it, this is amazing camera work. And they're really going all out to try to frame this and capture it in a way that's really technically difficult. They just did a move where the camera twisted around in the stairwell, following Charlize Theron and that stunt guy. That cameraman had to have been like right up close to them, and that would have been a really tricky footwork move for both the cameraman and the actors. That looked very difficult to pull off. And he's dead. And she has no mercy. Getting close in on the face, love that. Okay, we're gunfights, okay. And we're moving into an apartment. I love it when fight scenes change location. It's very dynamic.
Go!
The first line is 3 minutes and 30 seconds in.
Alcohol. Rags.
Okay. That first guy that comes in is screwed. Yep. Okay. So that is a place where they could have cut with that really fast pan. They could have cut it. I don't see why they would, but they could have. Pistol whip. Love that. Oh! God, that's good. Nice wall throw. Love that. Mr. B character is helping out. Yeah, that guy got torn up, so he should be staggering. Nice. Okay, so that was... Okay. Love the lamp. Love it when you incorporate props. Dang. had 2 back-to-back shots where the characters are like spinning and then the camera moves in really close to someone's jacket. That is another time potentially they could have cut. Again, I don't think they did. It wouldn't have made a ton of sense, except... Okay, except for this right here. Yeah. So see how they did that throw, they threw Charlize Theron up against the wall and then onto the table. They probably had a stunt person do that. There was a moment when like a jacket crossed in front of the camera or something like that. That would be the time when they would substitute the shot. So yeah, I mean, she's been doing a ton of her own stunts, so nothing against her, but that particular stunt was probably just a little bit too risky for the actor. And then they, again, did the jacket, replaced her here. It's got like a weird stick. Oh! Knee and then face again. That guy should be down for the count. And yeah, she has taken a beating in this clip. Oh, he is not dead yet. Okay. She is going for something, like a jagged piece of glass with a handle that is conveniently able for her to hold. But yeah, they are both just like on their last breaths right here. This is great. This is what would happen in a real fight. Yeah, again, we're like breathing in these moments. I really appreciate the narrative tension that these breathing moments are really bringing to this fight. I'm assuming they're in the whole movie, which was really cool. Yeah, this is very not par the course for American fight movies. You see this a lot more in foreign films, but not usually in America. Oh, she just stabbed him underneath the arm. There's a major artery right there. He is bleeding out soon. Oh!
Am I a bitch now?
What a lie. Okay, yeah, he's definitely not getting up after that. And they are both just so torn up. Okay, we're gonna stop right there. Yeah, that was a 6-minute and 30-second fight scene with maybe 1 or 2 sneak cuts in there. That would have taken them at least 2 weeks to film, at least. Really gritty, very good framing. The choreo was like decent. It wasn't bad choreo by any means. I didn't see anything super innovative, but the choreo was framed in a very good way, and the way that the cameraman navigated the choreo and framed it is really very quite astounding. So I assume they took that amount of care throughout the whole film, which doesn't really surprise me too much, again, because this guy who directed it came from a fight choreographer background, so it makes sense to me that we would want to frame the fighting to make it look as visually stunning as possible, which he really did here, so that was great. Alright, that's it for today, so take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you next time.